Hello everybody and welcome to this general walkthrough for the Bryson DeChambeau 9-hole cup in Golf Clash. Full 9 holes of the Juniper Point is what we're going to be playing, and as always with these general walkthroughs I'll be putting each picture of each of the 9 holes up in turn with some arrows and elevations. Bear in mind these are only general suggestions across all 3 divisions, and they will need to be tweaked and adapted depending on what clubs you are using, as well as of course dealing with the wind directions and the wind strengths that we are going to get through the 2 stages of the 9-hole cup. Obviously Thursday and Friday qualifying round, new winds in all divisions on Saturday. Before we get started, don't forget to hit thumbs up on the video, that would be greatly appreciated, and if you're not subscribed, please consider becoming a subscriber. It is totally free. Get the bell button enabled to get notified when we upload new content or go live. And finally, check out the Juniper Point playlist on the channel, and there will also be Pro and Expert playthrough coming up later on. So do check the channel homepage for those videos. Alright, let's get started with hole number 1. Par 4 to begin with hole number 1. And we've got a very good chance really of an eagle to start our rounds here. Black line is going to be the most common route, definitely going to be playing this line from rookie tee, and we will want to be getting to the green or near the green with our drive. This is not a very long par 4 at all. We do need top spin though, and we do need some side spin to the left, as well as some curl on your driver. So power 2 ball, power 3 ball is needed, hopefully with 3 bars of side spin available. So Katana Kingmaker is going to be the thing. Put plenty of top spin on as much as you can, and hopefully you will roll down very nicely to the green or near the green for an easy wedge or a putt. Second and third tee, if we do get tailwind, then of course we are going to play aggressively. However, if we do not get any hint of tailwind, particularly from third tee, we are going to have to go with the blue line, and that's the layup option, playing to the right of the fairway bunkers, 10% extra on the drive, and then obviously we're going to have to go with a second shot, bouncing over there with the long iron, and I would be playing that one 0%, providing we've had a decent enough drive. So 10% on the drive, hopefully we can go aggressive, would make the first hole definitely a fun way to start with an eagle. Hole number 2, now rookie division, this is going to be a long iron shot, and we're bouncing on the right of the bunker, and we're going to try and catch a little bowl area around the pin. Really easy par 3 for the rookies, but not as easy to get the hole-in-one for the front tee due to the club that we are using. So you're going to get to the green absolutely fine, actually dialing in the hole-in-one a little bit trickier. 10% extra on that one. Pro and Expert, this is quite weird to say, but has been in the past a must drop. This is a must hole-in-one. And regardless of the wind direction, we are going to be wanting to take the black line. It looks a bit weird, but it is with a sniper, and it's going to be, I think if I remember correctly, about 5 or 6 bars backspin, and we bounce directly on the beginning of the green, intentionally bounce up to the top right of the green, and then the ball will funnel really nicely down into the hole. There's a great funnel there. This was, in the Coast to Coast tournament, one that you could not afford to miss. Everybody was dropping it, so regardless of the wind direction, we've really got to go for it there as well. Obviously, decent chance if you're playing from third tee as well. So 10% extra, but we are going to need to drop this one if you want to be winning some banners, particularly from second and third tee. Third hole, and it's the first of the par 5s, which we'll all remember very well from our early stages in the game on Tour 2. Black line is going to be the play really for front tee, due to not having obviously big or well-developed drivers. So we're going to be bouncing before the bunker there with some left spin and a good amount of top spin. We want to clear the trees. Obviously we don't want to catch either of the areas of rough, but we don't want to go massively too far, because then we won't have a clear second shot. So it's all about getting the distance right. 10% extra on the drive, and then we do have second shot wood club to the green. Obviously go with the best wood club that you have. If you don't have the sniper, then the Viper is going to work very well for rookie division. Bigger clubs, obviously Pro, Expert and Master, second and third tee. can go aggressively if the wind suits on the white line, and that's obviously going to go with a lot more topspin, right spin and also some curl. We are going to push this one quite hard, try and get around to the right hand half of the fairway beyond the trees and the bunker, and then that will hopefully leave us either a long iron or a short iron for the albatross attempt. 10% on the drive, 10% for the second shot. So even this is in obviously a low tour, it does have some tricky moments here, and you've still got to play it accurately. Secure the eagle by all means, but if we can get a good chance at the albatross, it's going to be worth it. Hole number 4, and this is a tricky little hole in my opinion. Before we look at the route that is on the screen, obviously you can bounce on the main piece of fairway that is directly connected to the green. However, it's very difficult to get a consistent bounce because that piece of fairway is very, very bumpy. So that's why I've not put that on there. Obviously, if you don't fancy bouncing on the pad, then it is a safer route, but in terms of the hole-in-one, if you want to go for the drop, that is not the way to go. Instead, we go on the black line, and there is a little island there beneath where I've put the red cross, and we're going to be bouncing in the middle of that island. Spins will vary greatly depending what wind direction we've got here, but we want to try and find a consistent spot. It is going to be a wood club even for rookie division, definitely so from pro and expert, and master is either going to be wood club or driver. I've put 2 elevations here. I would go 10% off the front tee, but then as we go up through the divisions and further back on the tees, then you may well want to increase to 20%. Knock the wind down as much as you can on this one. Obviously you don't want to be doing huge adjusts because we don't have a very big area to aim on. So I would think lower wind the better, particularly expert and master. So if you can get this one to drop, it is going to be a very, very good bonus indeed. Hole number 5, 2 routes that I've got. I'm going to talk you through them now. Now going back quite a while, we only really used to play the white line here. The left side wasn't played that much at all. So let's talk about the white line first. It is good, you know, for the old big topper for rookies if you don't want to risk going over to the left. And that's obviously going with as much topspin as you can. 20% elevation, obviously if you do have direct tailwind, do not aim too close to the end of the fairway, otherwise you will carry it directly into the rough. But you want to bounce over with plenty of topspin. Most likely going to be left with a wood club or a max distance long iron for your second shot. 20% on the drive, 10% second shot, power 3 ball recommended. However, now we play obviously more aggressively with the wind changes and the tier system. We want to get more drops. So left hand side has been the play pretty much all scenarios, definitely from pro upwards. Bouncing over onto that small area of fairway that's separated from the rest of the hole, and it is kind of shaped in a bowl. It's very, very difficult to overshoot this one because there is a slope towards the end. So it is a very good drive to do. Obviously though, if you are using a less accurate club and you do hit a horrendous great left or right, you will most likely end up in the rough and you'll have a very, very difficult time reaching the green. However, it's the aggressive way to go. In headwind, you do have a lot of wind push to deal with, so if you are going with overpower, you might want to treat yourself to a wind 3 ball at least, and maybe even more than that if you do want to spend a couple of premium balls as well, particularly in expert and master. But if we get it over there, you've got a very, very good chance with the sniper. I would be playing that plus 10% elevation at true club distance. Very good shot for an albatross though. There is a very nice line and a smooth green to play for. So that is the play in my opinion on hole number 5. Par 4 now for the 6th hole. Only one route really that I'm going for here, and that is down that narrow alleyway of fairway on the left hand side. 10% extra on the drive. Because it's so narrow, I would really recommend playing with a driver with good accuracy. So if you need to upgrade yourself to a power 2 or 3 for rookie division, then go with that. The quarterback is very useful here, as is the rock of course for pro and lower level expert players. If we can go down that little strip of fairway, clearing the trees and the hazards, then we've got a very good chance with the second shot. Minus 10% though, it is a little bit uphill. Note that this hole has been redesigned. We do have the new overviews here because going back quite a while there was a very, very big green here, and if you did get on the front of the green you couldn't actually putt. but that danger has been taken away. So 10% extra on the drive, go down that little channel of fairway, and then you've got a lovely clear shot. Good opportunity for an eagle on hole number 6. Right, we've got some interesting routes here on hole 7. First, let's look at the black line. We can play this line on every division, to be honest. Usually, though, it is most used in rookie. And I do believe there has been some really good success with no movement target on this one, to be honest. Can't remember the exact adjustments, and of course they will vary due to the wind. But have a little look around YouTube. There will be some very, very good shots on this one. We have indeed played no move. 10% extra if you are bouncing on the black line where the red cross is. Important to get the pace right. If you are short, you will roll down off the front half of the green back to where you're bouncing, and you will have a bit of a twitchy wedge. So I would rather come in slightly too hot than way too short. Obviously the back half of the green is a bit more of a plateau. But a good chance there, definitely for the front tee. Second tee upwards, really, you can of course play that line, which is also very effective, but also the rough bump is in play due to having better clubs and better balls. 0% if you're playing with the rough bump, and I would be playing left or right depending what the wind direction is doing. Obviously, if you are playing right side, you don't want to be playing that side with wind angle that is going to adjust off the cliff. And the same with playing left side. You want to be careful where you are adjusting. If you're going to adjust up onto the rocks, it will add a lot of elevation. However, saying that, regardless of what side you play, you may well adjust downhill as well, because this hole is very, very slopey. So you've got to tweak your adjustment very, very precisely depending on what the wind is doing. However, there is a really good chance that if you are playing with clubs with good ball guide, the rough bump is an excellent chance for a hole in one on hole number 7. Hole number 8. Let's look at the black line first. This is a really interesting drive. I do enjoy playing this one, but it is also quite frustrating. But it's aggressive, and I do think in a 9-hole cup you really want to be going aggressive, purely because the tournament is not very long, and any extras you can pick up are brilliant for your tie breaks. So black line. 10% is the guide here, and I call this one the hop, skip and the jump. You want to bounce on the first island, then the second bounce will be on the next island. Then you will have a little third bounce, into the rough and then rolling out on the green. So you're hopping over the first bunker, then a little skip onto the second bunker as well. Hopefully rolling out onto the green, like I say. The problem here, though, dealing with all those bounces, is you've got to factor in the wind push. And this again will change depending what wind strength and direction that you are having. You are going to need the extra mile. Make sure you get over there, obviously, for rookie division, and obviously higher up the divisions, go with the driver with power as well. Certain winds you may need to overpower it unless you want to treat yourself to berserker, of course. 10% extra general elevation. Even if you don't make it out of the rough or the sand, though, it is still a decent chance. You know, even if you are playing with rough or sand iron, it's only going to be a short wedge. And like I said, I do think the risk is worth it if you can get on the green for a wedge or a putt. A brilliant, brilliant result. If we cannot do that, i.e. if we do get some horrendous headwinds, then we are, of course, going to have to go the main body of fairway to the right. 10% extra, playing with topspin, try to get to that top corner, which is going to leave you a second shot, which I will be playing 0% elevation. So this is a fun par 4, to be honest, and I do think if we can go aggressive, then we should absolutely give it a go. And finally, on to the tricky par 5, hole number 9. The goal here, find the fairway. This is a long par 5. If you are in the rough or the sand anywhere near the middle of the diagram, you are going to have a job reaching the green in 2, to be honest. 15% extra on the drive, bouncing on the red cross if the wind allows, of course. We want to be bouncing onto that circular patch of fairway in the middle of the diagram. Obviously, don't get too giddy with the topspin, otherwise you will roll into the sand. So this is all about playing a controlled, accurate drive. However, you will still need a driver with distance. If we have horrendous amount of headwind, we're going to have to lay up. You simply cannot get across there. So the white line will be in play. Second shot, if you're playing the white line, you are going to need a wood club with distance just to get down there. However, if you are on the island, you may well be able to play with the sniper, or indeed a very max distance long iron if you get far enough on the drive. 20% downhill. This did used to be about 10%, however, with the redesigns on this course, this second shot does play a lot more downhill. Difficult to get the albatross here. Going to be interesting because most of the time we were bouncing on the fairway near the green and just rolling on to get the eagle. However, with the more modern game that we're playing now, more aggressive routes, there is a chance that you might be able to get a rough bump or even a sand bump if that kind of is your style. So it will be interesting to see how aggressive you want to go on this one, but like I said, we do need a good drive on this one. Get the fairway golf going. If we do have a load of tailwind, of course, there is going to be a power hook here, in which case, definitely for expert division and up, you might want to give this one a blast and just try and get down there. But there we go, that is a par 5 for hole number 9. Thank you for watching the general walkthrough. I do hope you found it useful, and please do consider sharing it with your friends and clanmates in the game if you think it will be useful to them as well. Good luck in the Bryson DeChambeau 9-hole cup, and we'll see you all very soon. Take care, guys. Bye for now.